In this video, unveiling the 2027 Ferrari Amalfi, a stunning successor to the Roma. A slick new look and more power are the headlines for Ferrari's new baby, but it's probably some simple new buttons that will get customers' attention. With the Roma becoming the Amalfi, Ferrari's entry-level model has seen significant updates. The layout and hardware of the two vehicles are essentially the same, but the new Ferrari Amalfi sharpens the Roma's edges just in time to take on a new group of competitors from Aston Martin, Bentley, and Porsche. Ferrari claims that a name change was necessary since the modifications are so important. Because the front end has been entirely overhauled with a new look that draws a stronger relationship to the Purosync than its more conventional GT forefathers, it initially appears to be a credible assertion. The LED headlights are tucked away in a narrow hole with a tiny intake and an LED light bar on top. Some of the car's sensors are housed in the black bar between them, but the primary radar is still clearly visible below. Both the bonnet and the front wings are new, with sharper lines and less rounded volumes, even if they may not appear so. The lower grille has been transformed into a single, huge wraparound aperture covered in a delicate mesh. Despite the fact that each metal body panel is brand new, the Amalfi shares the same basic construction as the Roma, including the front windows and windscreen. The slightly bulbous style of the Roma has been replaced in the back with a more technological appearance that is evocative of the 12-cylinder. The boot release is now located in a hollowed-out ledge that also holds the twin-element lighting. A little active wing located just above can generate up to 110 kilograms, more downforce than the unit on the Roma, in its most aggressive configuration. Interior, tech and infotainment. However, the cabin has undergone more significant improvements owing to a redesigned center console and dashboard that provide the illusion of extra room, without really expanding any of the physical dimensions. In place of the more stylized console found in the Roma, the primary new feature is a central bridge that divides the front two seats. The basic fixture is a solid piece of anodized aluminum that is machined from a single block, adding to Ferrari's excellent lineup of premium leathers, carbon, and Alcantara, even though many purchasers will order this in carbon fiber. The very tight rear seats are as before, and as in most rival cars, are only suitable for small children. Behind these, the reasonably sized 273-liter boot will swallow a couple of carry-on suitcases. If you want to fit a set of golf clubs in there, you'll have to drop the rear seats. Ferrari says it has listened to its customers and made a few big changes to the digital interfaces. First and foremost, the haptic steering wheel buttons have been replaced with physical controls. These should make the complex menu structure in the instrument cluster easier to navigate. There's also a physical red starter button in place of the former touch control. Word has it that it was a particularly unpopular element in this era of Ferrari. The other is a switch to a more mainstream horizontal display on the dash borrowed from the 12-cylinder. This fits underneath the new dash top that's also much closer in style and layout to the Amalfi's sibling, delivering a more open feeling to the cabin than the Roma's tighter, more intimate design. Chassis, engine, and power. Through a few new technological features, Ferrari has concentrated on expanding the capabilities of the current technology under the new shell. The first is a new ECU that can better integrate all the many chassis components, and it is said that the new braking system will see a breakthrough in feel and consistency. The Amalfi now has a wider range of capabilities between sports car and GT than the Roma, thanks to the replacement of other components like the springs and dampers. Ferrari's engine is its heart, and the current 3.9-liter V8 has been redesigned to generate 760 Nm of torque and 631 horsepower, which is a little more power. An electronically managed differential aids in metering it all out as power travels to the back wheels via the current 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Ferrari Amalfi rivals. These changes have come at an opportune moment, with the GT class about to be hit by a plethora of updated models. Aston Martin's more powerful DB12 is already an impressive customer, but a new S model is only a few months away, likely packing even more power than its current 671 bhp. Bentley is also working on an even faster variant of the already brilliant Continental GT Speed, and Porsche is on the cusp of introducing a new hybrid-assisted 911 Turbo at the sportier end of the spectrum. So when the Amalfi arrives in the first quarter of next year with a starting price likely to be around £200,000, it'll have quite the array of new rivals.